very significant day. As the president himself said, it's a big relief. And indeed it is, literally, because it's like 2 years since the end of dictatorship, and now, this is the time they're setting it up. So it's long overdue. And, we've had the Victim Center speak, of their concerns and frustrations. And despite all of the good words the president also spoke about, we know until now the government hasn't provided any allocation, so to speak, in terms of budget to the TRRC, and it's not addressing the concerns of victims at the Victim Center. So if you come to this point and we set this thing up, and with high-sounding slogans from the president himself, we are hugely relieved and hopeful, expecting that indeed, we will see a TRRC that would serve the purpose for which it was created, as stated by Baba Gale himself. Yeah.
It's quite a complex issue, isn't it? If you look at Truth, Reconciliation, Reparation Commission wanting to reconcile a society and in the same time trying to ensure justice for the past crimes, it's quite a complex issue, isn't there? There is always a risk of further division, isn't there?
Yes, but I think the speakers have laid it out very well. I mean, the president himself, and of course, Baba Gale Jallow, the executive secretary, and of course the chairman, Dr. Sise. Atrocities happened in the past, violations happened in the past. It has put families apart, communities apart, individuals apart. People have grievances, genuine grievances in their chest. So it is important that we understand how and why those things happen, those atrocities. But after knowing that also, it is not just merely to restore the rights, the dignity, the status of those victims, but we should also understand, as the children demonstrated in the drama, that ultimately we want justice, but not at the expense of our unity and our stability and all of that. So in a way, one can look at it in a complex way, but then if we do enough sensitization, awareness creation, we realize that, it's not about vendetta. I mean, somebody spoke about that. It's not about revenge. It's about really recognizing that indeed atrocities happen. Those who bear responsibility must be held to account, but all in the context of nation building and reconciliation. So that is an aspect that carries a lot of hope, honestly.
During a recent press conference, the Justice Minister Tambedou has made it clear that Gambia is not ready to try the former member of the Yaya Jammeh's hit team, Jongleurs. So do you think that it is high time for government to take this matter up with the International Criminal Court?
For things to go to the International Criminal Court, there are procedures. And when you look at the Gambia situation, a lot of those things don't qualify to go to the International Human Rights Court, International Criminal Court. I don't fully agree with what the Justice Minister is saying. And I'm really concerned that they've arrested some jongleurs, say in the case of Solo Sandeng, and now one of them died in prison. It's been a long time now. They've been under detention. That is a major human rights issue. And when that persists, what is going to happen is we eventually make perpetrators become victims. And that is what is happening right now. So the Justice Minister, what I expect the Justice Ministers to say or to do is either to bail these people to release them, or you create a special court, all right, where you give it resources, human and material, to try these cases. But, if you know you don't have the capacity, you cannot just go and arrest people and then want to try them, and then you cannot do it and you keep them there, and give all sorts of excuses.
So you mean that their prolonged detention is,
It's a violation of their rights. I don't see any justification right now for it, especially when you have a TRRC coming. I understand. So are you going to address all cases piecemeal? This is Solo Sandeng, those who killed Solo Sandeng. What about those who killed Deda Hydra? What about those who shot the students in April 2000? What about those who arrested Chief Madi? Are we going to look at all of this one by one? Or are we going to look at all of these things in town TRRC? Or we are going to create a special court? And that is a matter that I have argued more than 1 year ago, that given the huge human rights situation, so far, the Gambian judiciary, the Ministry of Justice, does not have the capacity to subject these things to normal court processes. If you do that, it will overwhelm the courts. So create a special court, hire a special prosecutor. Let the defendants get their lawyers, and let the state hire lawyers, even if you have to go to hire lawyers from outside if you don't have enough lawyers in the Gambia. So this is the innovative way, and this is what we have seen been done in other countries.
But do you think that if any member of this Yaya Jammeh's former hit squad, volunteer to cooperate with the authorities, and tell their stories. Do you think that this could absolve them from their crimes?
No, it cannot absolve them the crimes. I mean, I know countries like America has what they call the plea bargain. I mean, you go and plead and cooperate in a way in order to get some mitigation, some leniency or so. I mean, in this case, I don't think that applies. I mean, so just because a jungler cooperates with the justice system cannot, erase that person's, crimes that he or she committed. So I don't see that happening. And if that is the approach of the ministry, I totally oppose that. I think there has to be full accountability. That's what I strongly hold.